are watching the American Conference on ESPN Plus. College football and one of the nation's most electric offenses is back in Denton, Texas for the Mean Green's home opener. North Texas set to welcome Stephen F. Austin. The Lumberjacks, an upstart team looking to shock the world today in a sea of mean green. Welcome to Datku Stadium. I'm Pete Souza. He is the Memphis football legend, Doc Holliday. Doc, a lot of excitement around this Memphis offense today, but a lot of questions around their opponent.
Yeah, you talk about North Texas and what they're bringing to the table. Chandler Morris is one of those treasures that they're bringing to the table. And Stephen F. Austin coming into this game, they had a nice little win last, 77-0, but when you're watching the game film, might as well cut it off because you don't know what to expect. But you do know what to expect from Chandler Morris and this mean green offense.
Yeah, you got to take a look at Chandler Morris. This is his work last week. His debut, you can say it went fairly well. Only one incompletion in the second half. He was having fun, and he was playing free, Doc.
And that's the thing about it. When I was a child, my mom used to tell me, quit all that ripping and running. But Chandler Morris, that's exactly what he does. He does a lot of ripping and running, and he just had a huge week one for this North Texas Mean Green offense.
415 yards, 3 touchdown passes. That was through the air for the Mean Green. Today on the ground, Quaylon Jones could be the answer for the Lumberjacks.
Quaylon having it his Quay way. Mr. Jones was toting that pill last week in his first game, 9 carries, 121 yards. I think he had a touchy. You know, the Baylor transfer got in there, got some opportunities, and showed why he's such a good running back. And he's stiff and stout. He just runs angry.
He was the guy for Baylor heading into one of their biggest seasons ever. And you see a big game for him in that opener. 9 rushes, 121 yards, and a score. A beautiful day today here in Denton, Texas. 82 degrees. The wind is gusty, but you see the sun splashed all over. And we are set to go from Datku Stadium. Lumberjacks will kick it off. The Chandler Morris era already underway, but now it makes its way to Denton in his first home game as a member of the Mean Green.
I just love the way he plays. I love the way he commands this offense, especially a first-year quarterback as far as being in this system, coming out and commanding the offense. And you see what he's done. He's just a very, very dynamic. I call him a two-trouble quarterback. Run it, throw it.
He kept South Alabama guessing last week in the Mean Green's victory, where they put up 52 points and 550 yards of total offense. Let's see if they can get that NASCAR engine revved up again today. Quick pass underneath DT Sheffield. Nowhere to go. Lost a yard.
You see North Texas coming out in that 10 personnel, just one running back, no tight ends, want to spread them out. But Stephen F. Austin showing you some team speed quickly here.
Morris steps up in the pocket. Flag is down. Banging his way close to a first down, but we'll see what the laundry's all about. Josiah Cotton on the stop.
Elite formation. Offense, more than in the backfield. 5-yard penalty. Replay second down.
Eric Morris's team right now heading the wrong direction. Lost a yard on the first play and now a penalty.
First home game of the season, Pete. A little jitters, man. They just need to calm down. They see the girlfriends, they see the family members. They just need to relax.
And they do see a lot of people in the stands, which really isn't so common here at Datku Stadium. One of the biggest turnouts for students in a very long time here. A lot of anticipation around this team. No chance for Morris to deliver there. He is wrapped up and taken down by Jermaine Brown.
Bringing that pressure. Stephen F. Austin is telling you they are not afraid of North Texas, not afraid of Chandler Morris. You come in, it's almost like a delayed blitz. You have everybody getting beat and Chandler Morris getting put on his bum early in this ball game. And that's what you want to do against a quarterback like this. You want to be physical and kind of make him kind of sore.
He was not sacked last game at South Alabama in Mobile. Was free to roam for most of it. Hitting the turf early in this one. We'll see if that plays any games with his head. Third and very long, and another sack. He is wrapped up by Aaron Austin, the Colorado transfer.
Offside, defense, number 26, 5-yard penalty, replay.
The infraction was offsides on the Lumberjacks, so another chance coming for the Mean Green.
But you know what I see right there? Even though there was an offside, did you see how quickly Aaron Austin got off the ball? That left tackle gonna be a little nervous right now because they know 2 is coming.
It's an offensive line that has played 231 games collectively, coming back one of the more experienced units in the American Football Conference. So far, a little bit of struggles. 5 wide receivers set, empty backfield. Morris with time, zings it over the middle, intercepted. Lumberjacks take it the other way. Inside of the 15, Luke Watson making the first big play of the day for Stephen F. Austin.
And this is what you don't want if you're Chandler Morris, but this is exactly what you want if you're Luke Watson and his Lumberjacks defense. Now, as well as Chandler Morris played last week, he did have a tendency of overthrowing some receivers. You see it, empty backfield, you got a deep dig route, and he just misses the receiver. But Luke, I have the power, Luke Watson with the pick coming out being extremely, what we call in Memphis, roguish. He's still it, man, in this Stephen F. Austin offense, great field position right now.
And what you were alluding to as the force. Now here is the guy who is going to have to make it happen. Sam Vidlak is under center. Making the start at running back next to him. Taking the first carry of the game is Jarrell Wimbley, who was a game-time decision. Clearly, the decision has been made. And there is Sam Vidlak making his 4th stop. Made his way all the way from Applegate, Oregon, where it began, to East Texas. And he is here meaning business. His next incompletion, Doc, will be his first of the season.
He's Yosemite Sam right now, 5 touchdowns, 8 of 8 last week. Absolutely perfection, but we'll see. We got Elmer Flood on the other side.
Coach Colby Carthel talked to us about those East Texas boys like Yosemite Sam. Right now, they are making their way towards the end zone. Jaden Hill in on his first tackle of the game, 2nd carry for.
And it's one of those situations, you know, Stephen F. Austin, they want to come out and establish the run game because they want to be physical, but not only that, they want to keep Chandler Morris and this North Texas offense off the field. And you want to be able to establish a run because you want to be able to establish your mentality and your physicality.
The big boy, Quaylen Jones, in the backfield. 3rd and 7. Vidlak stepping up in the pocket. Way back behind the line of scrimmage, and he is thrown down by Dawkins. Terrell Dawkins. A huge play.
See, that's what you call pressure and perseverance by Terrell Dawkins. Initially, his job is to sit there and contain. I don't want to let you get outside me, but I'm going to go man-to-man on this tackle. Now, Quaylen, you can come over and help me all you want to. Say, Sam Vidlak, you trying to get away? We're not having that, dog. You got to sit it down.
Loss of 10 makes this a 35-yard field goal attempt coming up for Chris Campos, the Nacogdoches native. Kicking on the road. Flag is down. Could negate the good field goal. And there is Coach Colby Carthel. False start on the offense.
Penalty. We'll replay 4th down.
Colby Carthel. Last week his team won 77-0 against an NAIA opponent, which had a lot of people wondering how good is this team. Doc, so far they look pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't really know what to expect because I really couldn't go off the film that they put on film last week because they didn't have any resistance. But so far, this first series, offense and defense, they're showing that they do belong out here.
Another try for Campos. It is up, and it is true. On the board early, a 3-score underdog. Stephen F. Austin has the lead, 3-0.
Media.
So we've gotten. An early advantage for the Lumberjacks, 3-0. Everybody's got a plan, Doc, till you get punched in the mouth.
Oh, yeah, no
Mean Green just got punched in the mouth.
They did. They came out here, Stephen F. Austin, like, yeah, y'all thought it was going to be sweet, huh? You find it out, now it's a little sweet and sour goes with this.
Not what we expected, certainly not what the fans here at Dakku expected. Price will let it sail over his head. Chandler Morris, we talked about him on the top. He has taken the field now, but our players to watch today.
You got Damon Ward. I'm sorry, Pete. You got Damon Ward Jr., man, the receiver there. Had a great game last week, 12 catches, 230 yards, career highs. And then you got Big Ed Bobineau III, the defensive tackle on the other end for Stephen F. Austin. Pete just trying to control everything in that interior.
And we talked to Mike Moots about the fact that, hey, if this defense is going to be effective, they've got to get pressure coming from up front, and they have so far from Bobineau, and you've seen their ability to pressure the passer. Mean Green keep it on the ground here. Jawan Price will look for Ward to get involved, one of our region's bank players of the game. But right now, it's a ground game.
Well, Stephen F. Austin is bringing the fight to North Texas so far. You thought it would have been flip-flop, but no, not so quickly.
Morris, we'll see how he responds. So far, so good. Oscar Hammond. 13-yard gain.
And that's what you want to do. You want to get the tight end, Oscar Hammond. He comes out with the medium out route, and Chandler Morris places exactly where it's supposed to go. And this North Texas offense got some positivity going right now.
Quick throw, looking for Sheffield, just out of his reach.
Intended receiver number 10, DT Sheffield.
So we saw this offense in such a rhythm all game long last week in Mobile, and it's been a little rigid to start off.
It has, but you know what, that kind of exploded in that second half last week, so maybe it takes them a little time to get acclimated to what's going on.
Second and long. Pryor jets out, throw underneath to Landon Sides. His first catch of the season across the 50 to the 45-yard line, 14-yard gain.
And that's what they want to do. They want to play fast. Got a little screen to Mr. Landon Sides. He gets some great blocking out there, and he immediately gets north and south.
Tempo. Flag is down as Pryor is held up.
False start. Offense. Out of 11 players set at the snap. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Eric Morris and his team with 77 new players coming into this season was really excited about the cohesion they showed last week, but today some flags down early and some sacks early, trying to get on the same page. And look at that, the wizardry. Coach offense to top 10 in total finishes 8 of the last 9 years. Going deep for Sheffield, in stride, 51 yards.
When you talk about a beautifully executed play, now I love the play action that Chandler Morris gave us right there, but it's the patience with the play action, allowing DT Sheffield to get the deep post route, and he just outran his man. He outran his safety. Now you take it to the place of points, and they got a lead. Just beautiful execution, beautiful route, and an even more beautiful ball.
5 yards, 75 plays, a minute and 35. Quick strike offense for the Mean Green. How great is that, Doc, when you get to just catch it in stride?
Hey, when you can catch it in stride and you know that ball is placed perfectly and he don't even have to slow down to get it, you can just run under it and score. You can look up here at us and say, yeah, got you, Pete.
Back in Denton, Texas, where the Mean Green are on the board with authority, thanks to the speed of DT Sheffield and the beautiful play-action pass.
You have speed and precision. Watch, Chandler, you got the play action right there. Then you got DT. You got the cornerback that's on him, the strong safety. He's already soft coverage, and he knows he has deep safety help, but it really doesn't matter because DT gets up on him so fast, zooms past him. Then you got both DBs peaking just a half a second. at the quarterback, that allows DT to get right past them. Deep post route, touchdown. You got the cannon going off. You got people's ears ringing. You got the crowd into it now, and you got a 7-3 ball game.
Harrison Lemberg back deep. Players to watch from Regions Bank, Doc, offensive line, and they got to stop Rod Brown.
You got to stop Rod Brown. When you talk about nose tackles, this is what they look like. 5'11", 290 pounds, just a run stuffer. He had 2 sacks last week. See, nose tackles like that, they have leverage, but this Stephen F. Austin offensive line got to try to contain Rod Brown because they want to stay on the field, because as long as they're on the field, you don't have to deal with DT Sheffield, who straight won GT Charger, and Chandler Morris in that high-powered North Texas offense.
Another opportunity for Sam Vidlac and the boys. Quaylen Jones in the backfield. Touch pass. Jordan Neighbors. Knocked down. And there to tell him all about it is Evan Jackson.
That's that physicality, Evan Jackson. That is his read now, but I do love what I saw from the running back, Quaylen Jones, right there. Nice little lead block, but that second level of that defense just wasn't having it.
Offensive coordinator Chris Ross going to try to get Neighbors involved because of how fast he is. Another guy he'll get involved, as we just saw there, is Kylan Harris, his first catch of the day.
Nice positive play by the Lumberjacks. You don't have to get nervous. You don't have to panic or anything. It's just a 7-3 ball game. Now you got third and very manageable.
Motion from Jones, empty backfield. Vidlac, plenty of time. Unloads behind the coverage. Harris was there. The throw just too long.
You know what Vidlac is saying to himself? Oops. You don't get those opportunities too often, but he actually had Quaylen Jones open on the wheel route as well, but then he goes through his progressions 1, 2, 3, and you see him come back to the deep post, and all he had to do was just take a little bit of air off of that. Those are the kind of opportunities that you got to take advantage of, especially when you're the underdog and you're on the road. And I know Sam Vidlac wishes he could have that back. I know Ford wishes he could have it back, but you got to forget about it because you got to continue to play this game.
Timeout. Stephen F. Austin.
Stephen F. Austin going to call the timeout before what will be, we would imagine, their first punt of the season. No punts last week in that 70-7 or 77-0 win against NAIA opponent North American. So North Texas is up 7-3. We mentioned that 77-0 win last week for Stephen F. Austin. Hey, Coach Carthel was pretty honest. He said last week we had the advantage, and let's hear what he had to say about last week and this week, Doc.
Schedule turning over, conference change, and everything else. We played a team that we were better than, and we're fixing to go play a team that's better than us. That's college football, and so as I tell people, sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug. With how the game sets up, it was fun to be the windshield. This week we'll be the bug.
But he hopes he's Edgar the Bug off Men in Black. Edgar the Bug wasn't taking anything from anybody.
And he said, hopefully we can put a crack in the windshield. They have so far. Fair catch called for by Sheffield. 50-yard punt. Coach Colby Carthel, 2017 D2 national champions. He said, we are the have-nots. We got a chip on our shoulder, and we are ready to surprise some people today.
But I love Colby Carthel, and I love the attitude that he's instilled on his team because he's a winner. He's tough. He's worked his way up to this position, a position he's earned because he's a very experienced head coach. He's a head coach that wants his players to be tough, like the mentality and the toughness that he has, and we've seen that last week, and we've seen it so far this first quarter.
Morris facing pressure again, drops it right into the basket. Hammond across the 50, diving to the 42-yard line. Another explosive play for the Mean Green, 38 yards.
You couldn't place and throw that ball more perfectly than what Chandler Morris just did. And for Hammond to bring, that is a difficult ball to catch over your shoulder like that he did in a big game.
Ikaika Ragsdale inside the 40-yard line.
Now look at how beautifully Chandler throws this ball, steps up in the pocket, great coverage, and just puts just enough tough touch over it to get it over the defender's hand. And then you have the tight end. That's a tight end right there. Hammond with the soft hands able to bring that ball in like that.
And he is the player we're looking at right now. Was hobbled after the catch. Was trying to hobble to the sideline and then went down actually under the advisement from his teammates and his sideline. 6'3", 236, Division II transfer, was a monster at the D2 level. Coach Morris said we had to get him, and we did.
And you hope he's okay because he's so tough. We know what he means in the passing game, but he means a lot in the running game as well because he's a very physical player and a tough player.
Rolled up by his own guy, a little friendly fire. Walking it off now.
That's always tough. That happened to me one time. We were playing Arkansas, man. You're blocking, and then somebody gets pushed into you, and you don't even see it coming. So hopefully he's okay.
The next week you had 42 carries, so hopefully he'll get over it. Time for Morris. Finds Dalton Carnes, and he is belted to the ground. 6-yard gain.
I mean, I love the under route, but you got to be extremely tough. You got to have a different mentality, and Carnes showing some toughness, be able to catch that rock and take that hit.
Morris with the moxie. 5 of 6 since that interception he threw to 116 yards. Now he is 6 of 7, finding sides again. His second catch, 9-yard gain.
The way Sides just twisted and contorted his body, the dexterity he's shown, and the sticky hands and sticky fingers that come down with their catch. It was a nice throw, but that was an even better catch.
Sides missed last week. Local product here from Guyer High School in Denton. In motion with 2 catches. Underneath once again, Carnes to space and close to a first down.
I love what they're doing, trying to keep Stephen F. Austin tired and off balance. You hit Sides, then you come back with a nice little tunnel screen.
To your point, defensive coordinator Mike Moots told us, hey, one of the keys is just getting lined up correctly with this tempo. And that tempo continues, and so does Carnes. Another catch for him. Tackled by Watson. Sprinting out to the right, Morris with daylight. Morris with 6. Third rushing touchdown of the season for Chandler Morris. It is your turn, my friend.
And that's what he does. He's not only a threat with his arm, he's a threat with his legs. And that's a little run pass option, a little RPO they got going on, because Damian Ward Jr. was actually looking for that pass in the flood, but he turned around and Damian Ward Jr. saw that Chandler Morris was going to run it. He turned around to block. And
the previous plays under further review.
So as you might have guessed yourself, the previous play is under review. James Schaefer, our replay official, will take a look as you see our referee Reed Jackson heading over to the monitor.
Oh, that's close, man. But I don't even know if they can overturn it. I don't know. It's so close to me from what I see right now. I don't know if you can see enough from that angle that we see looking at 72 with his arms outstretched that you can overturn the call on the field, which is the touchdown. You see the forearm kind of hit, but the ball is over. That's a touchdown. I'm done talking. That's a touchdown. Hey, good job, replay. Good job, camera. That's a touchdown. Almost simultaneously.
I'm feeling what you're saying. I don't think there's enough to overturn it. We'll find out soon. So as of right now, if it stands, it is 13-3 North Texas. But Eric Morris talking it over with Chandler Morris. Possible that he heads back out there.
After further review, the runner did not make the line and was short at the 1 yard line. It'll be second down from there.
So the call is reversed. Second down coming up from the 1 yard line.
Referee must have played defense. He must have played defense when he played football. But anyway, close call, but I still love the effort by Chandler Morris, and I still love the effort by wide receiver Damon Ward Jr., who saw he wasn't going to catch the pass. He turned around and started blocking.
Ikaika Ragsdale is the running back. Second and goal. Ragsdale trying to ring the bell. Just shy. Southard coming up to plug the hole.
This is what we call grown man situations when you're on the goal line. Like that, running back, how tough are you? Linebacker, how tough are you? Linebackers, they won that round right there.
Ragsdale again, stacked up again. The interior of the defensive line led by Ed Bobineau, shutting them down once again.
6'2", 240. Ed Bobineau the third. Ed Bobineau the third is like, I'm going to make Ed Bobineau the first and Ed Bobineau the second. Extremely proud of me. You're not getting anything up the middle. You got to change your plans. You're trying to come at me.
10th play of the drive coming up. 4th and goal. Chandler Morris has worked so hard to get in a position like this. He's the man, showing us exactly why. DT Sheffield, another score.
Listen, think about it. We tried the power game. That's what North Texas said. Look, Ragsdale, we tried the power game. It didn't work. We gave you 2 opportunities, so we know what? We're going to go DT. We're going to do DT. We're going to put him in motion, do a couple of waggles in the backfield, and just get outside, man. Flood him out, man. Ain't nobody out there. Can't nobody stay with you in Chandler. You just throw it right to him, and DT Sheffield all by his lonesome because it's just too quick.
Saturday night. He wants to dance. He gets a shot to dance. 14-3 North Texas. Oh, by the way, Chandler Morris 6 of 6 on the drive.
Timeout on the field.
There's the cherry on top. Back in North Texas, Pete Souza with Doc Holliday. And right now, the Mean Green have surged to a 14-3 advantage after 2 unanswered touchdowns. Blake Ford set to give it a ride. The Maniacs trying to set a student attendance record today. Looking like they just might. UNT head coach Eric Morris. Get used to that fresh fade, folks, because this is a guy that we could be talking about and watching his offensive innovation continue to develop over the course of the next few decades. He talked to us, Doc, about how he was a hoops player when he was a kid. His dad was a basketball coach, said, I had more D1 basketball offers than football, but Mike Leach gave me a chance, and he hasn't stopped since. Vidlak underneath to Harris. Wrapped up after a short game.
That probably explains why Eric Morris wants to run the fast break offense, man, because he's really a basketball player at heart.
Went to Texas Tech, said he was inspired by Wes Welker, who was a Red Raider. He's actually a punt returner, and wow, big time stick by Jaden Hill. That's a guy who Coach Morris is in love with. They found him at Ohio Dominican by way of the transfer portal. Coach Morris says he may be one of the best NFL prospects on the team.
And I can see why, because that's perfect form tackle, perfect physicality. King of the Hill, man, here in North Texas.
3rd and 6. Lumberjacks looking for their first down. Neighbors won't get it. Run out of bounds around the 34-yard line.
North Texas defense to kind of awaken a little bit. See what Stephen F. Austin trying to do, Sam Vidlac trying to do a misdirection, throws the screen backside, but North Texas defenders not fooled at all. Quick enough, fast enough to recover, make a stop.
Callum Eddings back deep to punt. DT Sheffield is deep. A dangerous kick returner. Sheffield will call for the fair catch inside of his 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. Chandler Morris, how about that line, Doc? Wow, 9 of 10 since that first drive.
He just needed to calm down. He turned around, see his family members, see his friends. He got that first drive out of the way, and since then, he's played nearly perfect football. 9 of 10, 151 yards, 2 touchdowns, and making great decisions out there and running this offense perfectly.
Has shown resolve over the course of his football career, having setbacks at TCU, missing parts of 2 seasons, and the scars have made him stronger. That's what Coach Morris says. Into the open field, Jawan Price showing speed and strength just shy of the 50-yard line, 18-yard gain.
That's that speed that Coach talked about, want to get Jawan Price the football. And not only that, the reason why he was able to show his speed because he showed some tap, and he showed a nice little vision and was able to break through some tackles.
Play fake, Mean Green have the Lumberjacks guessing. Penalty flag as Wyatt Young absorbed some contact before the pass got there. Jaheim Mullen in coverage.
Pass interference. Defense, number 20. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Let's take a look at Price one more time. Doc, this was a guy that you were high on coming into this one.
I love that. Just slide over. You got the offensive lineman and the tackle pulling around it. Tap, I'm gone. I call that the Sammy Davis Jr., and he was almost able to put his foot on the gas pedal and get gone. But love the move, love the explosiveness and the vision, and love the finish.
Sammy Davis again as the Rat Pack continues to roll inside the 30, 10-yard gain.
He gave us a little Sammy Davis Jr., but gave us a little Dean Martin right there because he was smooth. Huge hole that offensive line just made for him.
Quick pass. Wyatt Young, the freshman, is dragged down right away by Sears. Loss of 3. Lumberjacks needed that.
That's a great play by Sears because the open field tackle, you see the screen coming out there to the wide receiver. It's a wide screen as well for him to make up the ground and be able to get there and get that tackle. It's a good play for Stephen F. Austin because they need some kind of happiness and some happy joy to happen for him right now.
And an opportunity to pin their ears back and get after the passer, which they did so well in the early stages of this game. 2 sacks off the jump, none since. Big interception. Stepping right into it is Jermaine Brown. Across the 50, staying on his feet. Jermaine Brown, he'll go all the way. Coach Moot said he plays fast. That was fast, that was furious. 70-yard return.
Injury timeout on the field.
All I can do is stand here and smile because Jermaine Brown played that middle linebacker position perfectly. He's watching the eyes of Chandler Morris. That is his job, to see what you're doing and see what you're going to do. He's able to pick it off. Not only that, take it back the other way. If there's something else you don't want to see, but you good to see whoever it is able to walk off.
Looks like that's Landon Peterson, team captain, and another offensive lineman who could be on the shelf for the Mean Green as the team lost Jet Duncan, their starting center, 6 minutes into the opening win at South Alabama. And right now the concerns are abound for the Mean Green. Second interception thrown by Morris. Opportunity now for the lead to be trimmed to 4.
And taking a look at this, this is what you want to do. You just watch him. Watch the linebacker. He's looking at Chandler Morris. He's watching his eyes the entire way. He comes up there acting like he's going to blitz. No, he gets back into coverage, and Chandler throws it, doesn't throw it high enough, and Jermaine is able to show us some verticality, then show us some sticky fingers, but then show us some toughness to be able to return it the other way and break some tackles, keeps his balance. That is such a huge play, and that is such a great play made by a middle linebacker. Just has Chandler Morris feeling sad, but Jermaine, I just love the play and just love what he did to be able to read that and make it happen.
This place felt like Saturday Night Fever about 5 minutes ago. The record has skipped. Jermaine Brown, a super senior. The leader of the team, defensive coordinator Mike Moots told us.
I can see why. That was a big-time play, man. But you expect players like Jermaine Brown, who's a leader on the team, to make plays like that. When your leaders can talk the talk, that they can go out and walk the walk and play the game. When plays like that are made, that encourages and uplifts everybody else on their sideline and gets them back into this football game, because I'm pretty sure they were feeling kind of down because they had been getting dominated. It's a huge play by Jermaine.
What does that tell you, Doc? They've had 2 interceptions, both by linebackers.
They're doing a good job of reading Chandler Morris. That's what that means. They know that they're not necessarily in coverage. Their thing is to drop back in zone and watch what he's doing. If he runs, go get him. If he throws shallow, try to get it.
Ragsdale up the gut trying to restore order. Under 2 minutes in what has been pandemonium in the first quarter. To a false start. Self-inflicted wound for the Mean Green.
But this is when Chandler Morris shows that leadership that Coach brags on him about, because now you have to deal with adversity. You never really know how strong or how tough somebody is until it starts thunderstorming in your life or in the game.
Rain coming down. Ragsdale not set up for success. Ball hits the carpet, but play is blown dead. Thrown behind him. And a big-time play made once again by the Lumberjacks defense. Bruce Harmon shot out of a cannon along with Josiah Cotton.
See what happens when you have one player make a big play, it becomes contagious.
Harmon, the senior from Rockwall, on the Senior Bowl watch list. Play will be under review. And he's absolutely down. Okay, here's my question to you, Doc. Now, and you're not a rules expert, this is my question to anybody, but if Harmon is on the ground, let's see, but his knee goes down there, okay. Because if Harmon is on the ground and Ragsdale doesn't hit the turf, then the play actually isn't dead, but we saw his knee go down.
Yeah, had his knee not touched the ground, and it was just the defender on the ground, and he landed on top of him, and the ball came out. It's a free ball, but we saw his knee is definitely down. But I also said that was definitely a touchdown earlier this quarter. So.
Well, that's why I said you're not the expert, neither am I.
No.
You know who is James Schaefer, the replay official, who was down the hall taking a look at this. How about the fireworks in this first quarter?
Hey, this has been a great, very entertaining, competitive first quarter. I didn't think North Texas thought this. I thought they was going to come out and it was going to be sweet. And Stephen F. Austin like, no, you know.
They have shown that East Texas grit that
red
Coach
dirt.
Carthel told us about.
Yeah, that red dirt, not dirt, that red dirt. They've been playing with that red dirt.
Third and very long. Pryor, if he gets into space, he can be trouble. Price with a 15-yard gain.
That's a good run for Price, but they was going to give you that. They got everybody back. They know you're going to try to go deep, and I kind of figured they were going to come out with a screen or with the draw handed to the running back. That's what they did. Now, Price has a lot of speed, but he wasn't about to pick up 20 yards because they were expecting something like that. They just didn't want anybody to get past them, have everybody in front of them, and now they forced the punt.
And there is Eric Morris, one of the youngest coaches in North Texas history, talking it over with the officials. Kylan Harris is back deep. He'll let it bounce. Sawyer Evans, one of the best kickers in the American, probably wishes he could have that back.
Yeah, I saw him drop his head and he kind of jerked his head like that. When you see the head jerking, he's saying some words to himself that we would have to hit the cough button up here, but he's talking to himself. It wasn't a good punt at all, and he knows it.
Stephen F. Austin, 10 points on 9 plays with 0 first downs.
That's odd.
Whatever it takes. Only a 17-yard punt. Opportunity knocks once again for the Lumberjacks. Jenkins burrows into the middle of the line. 5-yard gain. And that'll wrap up the first frame.
There we go, DT Sheffield, flood route, touchy, dance, but then you come back, Chandler Morris. No, Jermaine Brown, I get that pick six. I'm out of here. We out of here until after the break.
Welcome back to DAC Stadium in Denton, Texas, home opener. And the turnout has been gang green. And the lead 14-10 for North Texas, but wow, the Lumberjacks have been banging away. Jalen Jenkins stacked up by Javen Anderson. Big 3rd and 5 coming up. If it's a first down, it would be the first for Stephen F. Austin.
Yeah, North Texas defense, they've done a good job of shutting this Stephen F. Austin offense down, but they've gotten the ball in great field position. That first pick, then you get a pick six.
Jones and Jenkins in the backfield. Counter. Jenkins banging off tacklers to the first down. It'll be close. Let's see where the spot is. And it'll be 4th down, just shy.
Some nice, tough running right there. I would love for him to be just a little bit more patient because he had 2 or 3 offensive linemen, 2 or 3 blockers right in front of him, but still putting his head down and trying to get that first down. But we'll see 4th and a couple of inches.
Wembley gets the carry. Boy, this is going to be real close. Mean Green says they didn't get it. Officials agree. Turnover on down. Still no first downs for Stephen F. Austin.
Because North Texas defense, Pete, they're kind of confused right now. They're like, we haven't given you all anything the entire day. You really think we're going to give up something right here on 4th and 1? They tried it, and you have to try it, but Look at all those big dogs. 72 guys stood up. You got the defensive tackle, stood him up, shedded him, came down the line. Just no push at all from the Stephen F. Austin offensive line because that North Texas defensive line just was not having, wasn't going anywhere. That's a huge defensive stop.
Celebration for Jake Shipley and Javen Anderson.
How much running has the ref done?
He's jogging down again to the 13-yard line where they have that replay set up. He's going to take another look, and he will correspond with the replay official this afternoon, who, of course, as we mentioned, is James Schaefer. Ruling on the field short of first down. Reed Jackson gazing into that camera once again. Again, it would be the Lumberjacks' first down of the afternoon. Just 15 total yards for Stephen F. Austin. 2 on the ground, 13 through the air. Another look.
Oh yeah, that's just great. That's, like I said, that's just great defensive line playing. Looks like it's a great spot by the line judge. I think it's the right spot, and I think it was the right call. North Texas going the other way. I think they tried it, unsuccessful.
And great work by our crew here at Datku Stadium at North Texas.
Very good work.
Ruling on the stands called. It's first down, North Texas.
So the ruling is upheld. First down for the Mean Green.
Stephen F. Austin, if I was the offensive coordinator, they're going to have to come out and do some misdirection or something, because trying to run the ball and go right at North Texas, that's just not happening. I don't know if they have any kind of trick plays. They need to try some screens, some middle screens, some misdirection, some more play actions, because right now, just trying to play them man up and move them off the line of scrimmage, it's just not happening.
And they're playing a North Texas opponent who made some adjustments at halftime last week at South Alabama and came out on fire in the second half. Still work to do here in the second quarter, but you get the idea. Morris zips it to the flat, just out of the reach of Carnes. Fourth incompletion of the afternoon from Morris.
Once again, little wrinkle. Motion to an empty backfield. You got 2 stacks on both sides.
And the American on ESPN Plus marches on next weekend. You see it at the top of your screen. Price realigned. Morris, the diagnosis is deep. And without a helmet right now, Tony Anyanwu.
15 yards. Play second down.
I'm not a lip reader, but we're moving the other way. Looks like we got a hands to the face at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, 74. You can't be undressing them out there like that, man. That's against the rules. I think you already know that.
The guilty party is Larry Moore. And this Lumberjack defense in its interior continuing to show out this afternoon. That time it was Xavier Potts.
It's a big dude right there. Xavier Potts is a name that we haven't called. Just because we haven't called his name in this first half, that doesn't mean he hasn't been effective. As you see right there, he's able to play some good run defense, and run defense is all about being tough.
1 for 4 on third downs, the Mean Green so far today. No shot there. Tony Anyanwu, the Baylor transfer, making his presence felt. Loss of 8, third sack of the game for the Lumberjacks.
And that's just one of those situations. Be the best, beat your man. He beat the tackle on that end just too quick and just bulldogs him. He went short shoulder on him, then went inside and just the short shoulder turned into a bull rush because he caught him off balance and just runs right through him. I guarantee you 2-6 has the bench press about 430 because he made that look too easy.
Whew. Doing his best LT impression. And Sawyer Evans gets another shot after the 17-yard punt earlier out of his own end zone. Whew. Making up for it. 50-yard punt. 14-10. Mean Green ahead. Something special about college football, something real special about Texas college football. The series history here, Stephen F. Austin in North Texas. Lopsided overall, North Texas leading 22-4-3, but they've been 3-3-1 since 1988. Eric Morris does not want anything too close to comfort today. His team up 14-10.
And you look at Eric Morris, he's such a great offensive mind, such a great leader of men, such a great head coach. He's looking on his playbook right now, trying to implement some kind of game plan.
Sam Vidlak trying to do the same. He is now 4 of 6 on the afternoon. Errant throw looking for Fluellen, the TCU transfer. Flag is down.
Prior to the pass, holding, defense number 5, 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Ridge Tejada, first time we say his name this afternoon. Holding. At 5'8", 179, he's become one of the best cornerbacks in the history of North Texas football. Rare mistake there.
It is, but he's such a good player, can do so many things out there. He will hit you, and he can cover you.
First down for Stephen F. Austin comes by way of a penalty. Turned around there by the throw was Isaiah Davis. Pass is incomplete. Nelson in coverage.
Stephen F. Austin, you got to try to take a shot down the field. I like the fact that they're trying to take a shot down the field, but I love the coverage. You got Tejada on one side, so Nelson is probably going to get tried. He got tried right there, even though the ball went out of bounds. Nelson still with great coverage.
Jenkins. Witter almost threw him down early. Stayed on his feet. Gang tackle. 2-yard gain.
And even though 7 didn't get that tackle, he really made that play because he got in there, got around, he kind of stopped his momentum and stopped his progression and gave the other defenders time to get to the ball carrier and bring him down.
Vidlak steps up. Big throw to Lindo, the 5th-year senior. 10-yard gain. First down, second of the game, second of the drive. Lumberjacks on the move. Here comes the rhythm. Lindo again.
Stephen F. Austin coming out with a little tempo, but you see here he sitting back there getting some pressure, actually throwing off his back foot and able to get it to Lindo and get their first down of the day.
Bouncing to the outside is Quaylen Jones. Bottled up for a short gain. Roderick Brown on the stop. The big fella. Coach Matt Capone told us the defense goes around him. Had 2 sacks last week against South Alabama.
Because he's just so tough. He has great leverage in the middle of that defensive line. It's just hard to move him. You don't really want to go his way. That's why Quaylen Jones had a nice little jump cut. He was trying to get away from Rod, and Big Rod went right back to get him anyway.
They'll have something to say about this one. 3rd and short. Vidlak under pressure, and a great catch. Touchdown, 33 yards. Isaiah Davis gets in on the act, and Vidlak headed to the end zone to celebrate.
And you got to give it to Vidlak. He's able to stand back there. You got some pressure coming. He's able to take a big hit coming in with the blitz. So when that blitz, you know we got man-to-man, and you got a drag route with Isaiah coming in, and 1-4 is partying because he scored some points. Huge play.
And the crowd in Denton is shell-shocked. Vidlac showing some serious moxie. Here comes the heat from Jalen Smith, but he makes the play.
Stands back there. You see somebody coming. You know you're about to get smacked, but you let it go anyway. Take the hit, let it go. Davis gets the touchdown. They got the lead.
Welcome back to Denton, Texas. Feels like Nacogdoches right now. 6 plays, 62 yards, over 2 minutes and 10 seconds, capped off by a one-handed gem from Isaiah Davis, a 33-yard touchdown score.
Great throw, even better catch. Isaiah Davis coming in, stopping it with his left hand, kind of patting it to himself, pulling it in, scoring the touchdown. And this Lumberjacks offense hadn't been able to get much going in this first half, but put together a 6-play, 62-yard drive led by Sam Vidlac, showing some toughness. They got this lead, and this North Texas crowd is a little bit surprised, a little bit stunned right now.
Harris takes the kickoff. Straight up the middle. Dragging tacklers across the 30-yard line. Good field position to start for the Mean Green after the short kick. And look at that. Last season in the first half, minus 52, plus 21 in the second half. The beat went on. Last week against South Alabama, blowing the doors off them in the second half, plus 19, and here they are again, minus 3, with 9:43 left here in the second quarter. You love halftime adjustments. I know that.
Yeah,
you were talking to Coach Morris about that.
It just lets you know how good of a coach Coach Morris is, because he's able to go in at halftime and make the right adjustments.
DT Sheffield tried to make an adjustment on that throw from Morris. Second down coming up. Let's get personal here. I'm an FCS guy, Richmond football. You're, big time D1 guy from Memphis football. How are these FCS teams constantly able to come out and throw haymakers now? It seems like more than ever against Division I heavyweights.
Because you're getting a lot of transfer from Division I heavyweight schools that's coming to your program. So they have some Division I transfers out there. So those guys, they played at their level, and they're not afraid to come here and play teams like this.
Ward, who had such a huge week, 12 catches, 230 yards last week at South Alabama with 2 touchdowns, was running free and couldn't hang on. First target tonight, and we just talked about what happened, the explosion in Mobile.
And I think the fact of the matter, where he missed that pass right there, he hasn't been involved. So he probably hasn't been as focused. They're trying to get him involved right there. Chandler Morris, nice little play, action reverse, and Damon Ward hit him right in the hands. I know if that's thrown to him again, he catches it.
And bearing down is Austin. No shot there from Morris under duress.
Austin is giving this right tackle all kinds of problems, and you see Chandler Morris, you don't want to see that. He's kind of holding that right arm like that, but you see him, he goes unblocked. Goes unblocked. You got the nose tackle. Rod Brown had a couple of people activated and all the attention on him, and Austin just comes right around unblocked and able to put some pressure on him, and North Texas punching again.
Larry Moore, the right tackle. Texas Tech transfer. Evans gives it a ride. Harris calls for the fair catch. 45-yard punt, no return. 17-14. The upstart Lumberjacks with a 3-point edge. (17-14). Chandler Morris on the sideline looking despondent right now. Was just looking at an iPad, that new technology. available this season. Coach Morris told us earlier this week, it does take away a little bit from some of the genius of coaching. It's now available right there. You can look at the footage, and some coaches feel one way about it, the old school way about it, and of course a lot of people love it.
Yeah, because coaches, they want to, they want to appear smart. Like, I remember what you did. Now it's the iPad takes away all that cerebralness that they try to use.
How would you feel about it? You're playing at Memphis, you go to the sidelines, and now you're looking at an iPad. You're not picking up a phone to talk to somebody upstairs.
I would hate it, because if I made a mistake, I want to lie about it. I don't want them to tell me about it until the next day in film study. But they're able to tell them right now, no, that's not what you did, man. I'm looking at it.
Play fake, Vidlac. Showing confidence, stepping up again. Blaine Green's first grab of the day. The Oklahoma State transfer. How have the Lumberjacks found a rhythm here, Doc?
Well, look, that's a good question, because they've been giving North Texas a little bit of their own medicine. They've been going tempo. They've been going no huddle the last couple of series, and they got them off balance.
The Lumberjacks becoming the windshield, trying to make the mean green the bug. Night falling on Denton, Texas. Over the right side, short gain. Jaden Hill on the stop, Jenkins on the carry.
Yes, Stephen Austin, they've made that adjustment. They didn't want to play. They played slow and methodical. Nothing was happening, but they've sped it up. No huddle, and it's been working for them.
3 wide receivers to the bottom of your screen on 2nd and 8. Vidlac whips it to the right side. Flag is down.
Offense, backfield. That penalty is declined. It's 3rd down.
False start. Coach Colby Carthel with his team facing another 3rd and long. Quick pitch. Somehow staying on his feet, Quaylen Jones barreling across the 50-yard line and banging down the door of the mean green territory. 13-yard gain. Starling on the tackle.
And you love the quick pitch action. Actually, the defense did a good job coming in, shooting up, taking the outside away from him, but Quaylen Jones with such good vision and such good balance and feet, able to turn a big positive into that.
Lumberjacks keep it on the ground, right into the teeth of the mean green defense. Vidlac, a lot of time. Drifts to the right side. Is absolutely leveled as he gets rid of it. Waslowski applied the pressure and the thumping. Flag is down.
Foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Roughing the passer is the call.
15-yard penalty. Automatic 1st down. Number 15 can remain in the game due to his helmet coming off by foul.
I know this is roughing the passer, but before Vidlac he had 14. Isaiah all by his wide open, going up the left side of this Stephen F. Austin offense. I mean, he was uncovered, running all by himself, and Vidlac didn't see him. Isaiah Davis, they're going to look at that on that iPad over there.
Jarrell Wembley absorbing contact, and now off your screen, the Lumberjacks in mean green tango. Flags are down. Tension has risen. There is Jaden Hill, hands on his hips. And our officiating crew, who has earned their money tonight, gets together.
Fouls on play, one by each. After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, offense, number 18. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense, number 17.
Well, if you've seen spies like us, you know exactly what I'm thinking right there. In and out of the microphone.
18 can stay in the game due to his helmet coming off by that foul.
How about that extracurricular activity, Doc?
But
Whoa.
But see, the thing about it, that's what you call mutual combat. If they were out in the street, the police would show up. Did you hit him? You hit him back. No one goes to jail. That's what happened out here, man. You hit, I hit back. We cool. It's a push. It's on both of you all. Not that I know about the off the field skirmishes. Not that I know personally.
We are keeping it on the field tonight. And in the middle of the field again, making some headway, is Gerald Wembley. And you're starting to feel the frustration from the Mean Green here.
You are, but you still want them to keep their cool, and they still keeping their cool, because I know Stephen F. Austin have made some plays, but still that North Texas defensive line, they've still been doing their part. This is what you call manning up, mano y mano. We got some real football taking place out here.
3rd and 6. Vidlac flipping it underneath. Green again, wrapped up well short of the first down marker. J.J. Jean Louis.
That was just great coverage. He was just draped all over him. He didn't have any room to do any running after catching that ball. That's just great coverage, knowing that they're going to try to go underneath, and now they're going for a 4th down.
All right, Doc Holliday, what do you got on your play sheet here? What do you like? They're going for it on 4th down. Makes 100% sense.
I play action boot, give them the opportunity to get out into space and a drag right underneath. If it was me, that's what I would run.
Vidlac slips to the left, throwing back to his right. Pass is intercepted. Ridge Tejada saying this is exactly why I'm one of the best defensive backs in the history of North Texas football. His first pick of the year.
That's one of those situations. Ridge Tejada's like, y'all been trying me. Y'all been trying me. You hadn't really heard my name yet, but everybody's going to be coverage. You do a good job of everybody on the back end. Do your job. Zone, man them up, and Ridge Tejada out there, Vidlac, making him throw, and Tejada is right there. They try to do a double move on him, but he shows you why he's so good. Receiver wasn't open at all, and Vidlac threw it right to Tejada, and Tejada goes down low and picks it off. And North Texas feeling real good right now. Got the belt.
Little Austin 316 wearing the turnover belt. Let's see if the Mean Green can capitalize. Ragsdale wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. Turnover has to feel good for the Mean Green, but it did take him back about 14 yards from the line of scrimmage.
And that's what it is. It's just a feel-good play. It's a turnover.
Laundry everywhere. Felt like a jailbreak. And we'll clear it up.
False start. Offense, everyone but the snapper. 5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
We heard that loud and clear. Everyone but the snapper. And look at that, total yards by quarters. 187 in the first quarter for North Texas, -7 in the second. Shotgun formation. Morris from his own end zone. Zings it to his right. Wide open underneath the coverage is Wyatt Young. The freshman gets the first down and more.
And I love Wyatt Young keeping himself active, keeping himself open. Chandler Morris standing back there, got all the time in the world. Great blocking by the offensive line. Great throw by Chandler Morris. And great catch.
Morris, who his coach, Eric Morris, said he has the liberty to check down to whatever he wants before the play, and maybe made the wrong one there. Missed Ragsdale.
He was trying to get Ragsdale over the middle in the hole in the hook route, and Ragsdale wasn't expecting it, but Morris is right because he was open. Find a space. Ragsdale was supposed to go to the middle of that zone because there was a huge hole there. There was really no one there but him. Hook right real quick. Ragsdale wasn't expecting the ball, but Chandler Morris did a good job of reading that. He did his part. Ragsdale just didn't get his head around.
And that could be part of that cohesion that's taking place before our eyes. The 77 new guys. Everybody trying to get on the same page. Little miscommunication there. Whew. DT Sheffield extends the right hand. Couldn't bring it down. Bruce Harmon in coverage. There it is, 77 newcomers this season, most in the FBS. 41 freshmen and 36 transfers.
That's a lot, man. That's an entirely new team, and that's a lot to ask for all 77 to come together and get on one accord in such a short time, even if they came together in the spring.
Last week it looked like they've been playing together forever. This week, not so much. And you see the lack of synergy once again, barreling up the middle, making the sack. Fourth sack of the game for the Lumberjacks.
And I love Jawan Price. Watch him come over. He gets a nice blitz pickup, but the tackle gets overwhelmed. Too many people for him to block on that side, and Stephen F. Austin continuing to be aggressive, continuing to be physical. And once again, they're doing a good job of slowing this North Texas offense and got them forced to punt again. You see Chandler Morris probably a little frustrated, and I don't blame him because he expects to be playing better and his offense to be moving better than they are so far in this second quarter. Because, like you said, first quarter, efficient. Second quarter, not too efficient.
Not too efficient at all. Sawyer Evans bangs that one to the 35-yard line of Lumberjack territory. 48-yard punt. These players separated once again off your screen, but you can feel the intensity building.
And what it feels like is, I mean, this is a very good ball game. It's only 17-14, but North Texas, watching their body language, they're almost moving like they're down 2 or 3 touchdowns because they expected to be up 2 or 3 touchdowns, and Stephen F. Austin is playing like they're up 2 or 3 touchdowns, but it's still a very competitive football game, and North Texas should feel pretty good because they haven't played well in this second quarter, but they're still only down 3 points.
And you see that crowd. They started the game on their feet. Right now, all of them sitting on their hands. Second down coming up. Weslowski. We'll receive some attention from the training staff here. Of course, the major issue right now is Weslowski. Something to think about is the 2-minute timeout that's coming up. Weslowski, 4 tackles last week and has had a presence this afternoon. Get some assistance. Looks to be okay. From 30 miles down the road in McKinney, Texas. Sophomore heads to the sidelines.
It's always good to see, man. You see somebody down on the field, you always worry, hope it's not anything major. To see him walk off the field like that, it's always a great sign.
2nd and 5 for Vidlac and company. They keep it on the ground. Jalen Smith on the tackle. Jones again on the carry.
This is a 2-minute 2-minute
2-minute timeout, brand new this year in college football. Short break. We'll be right back. You're getting a look at the Lumberjack offense and Sam Vidlak, but the opportunity now for North Texas to take a stand has presented itself. 3rd and 2 for this defense.
Huge opportunity. Get a stop here and get the ball back and try to get some points on the board before halftime.
Rod Brown and Jaden Hill lead the charge there. Stopped a yard short of the first down. With 1:49 left here in the second quarter.
Game clock up. Please set the game clock. This will be a 30-second timeout.
Looking at 4th and short, there is Matt Capone talking to his defense. He mentioned to us earlier this week, hey, you got to get the FCS stuff out of your head. That's what he's been telling his team. Right now, he's probably telling him something else, but a 4th and short coming up. What do you like here, Doc? Do you like them going for it, or do you like them punting it away?
My thing about it, if I'm Stephen F. Austin, I would punt this ball away because, I mean, they've had some success, but this North Texas defensive line and defensive front have still shown that they can stop you, and they haven't got too much going right now. So if you go for it and you miss it, you give Chandler Morris and that offense the ball on this side of the 50. But Coach Carthel is the coach. I'm up here talking about the coach.
And Eric Morris said, Coach Carthel, a bit of a gambler. Rolling the dice there. And Quaylen Jones coming up snake eyes.
And you have to give the offensive coordinator some credit because it was the perfect call. Quaylen Jones should have caught the ball, but he didn't. You see the play action, Quaylen Jones, you got him coming out, cross the formation, flood route, ball hits him where it's not supposed to hit him, in the hands, because he's a running back and he showed running back hands right now, and I know he wish he could have that back. Hold your head up, and now North Texas with this ball on the other side of the 50 with 1:49 left, and they've shown that they still are a quick strike offense, even though they've been struggling a little bit this quarter.
Morris sends Harris in motion. Quarterback draw, room to run. Sliding safely short of the sticks. Flag is down.
Holding. Offense, number 71. 10-yard penalty, still first down.
8th penalty of the evening on North Texas.
Oh, yeah, he had a handful of jersey, he had a handful of neck, he had a handful of everything in wide open spaces where everybody can see that.
We saw Landon Peterson go down earlier in the game. Last week, Jet Duncan, the center, went down earlier in the game. Of course, Peterson, a guard. There has been some shuffling and retooling of the offensive line tonight, and we're starting to see some of that bleed through. Sheffield. Dancing, going nowhere. Loss of 3.
And that's the one thing as a wide receiver you don't want to do. You get the ball on the screen. You don't want to come back this way while all the trouble is, and that's exactly what Sheffield did.
Tempo. Harris right back up the middle. A junior from Killeen, Texas. Third and 14. Inside of a minute in the second quarter. Chandler Morris dropping it off underneath. 4th down coming up. First catch of the night for Blair Conrad. Mean Green offense will stay on the field. Straight drop down the middle of the field goes Morris. Intended for Wyatt Young. Ball was poked away by Cotton. But a flag is down. Indication is that it's pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense.
And it is.
14. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
20 seconds left.
Cotton pretty much did the only thing he could do because he was open. Chandler Morris got him right up the hash, seam route up the hash, but if he would have put a little bit more air under it, he probably could have ran under it and scored a touchdown. But you got to get your head around, my God. That's a pass interference. Ain't no need to throw your hand up looking at the coach and the referee because you did it.
Morris zings it. Touchdown. Finds Sheffield again. His third touchdown of the night. This one goes for 28 yards.
Sheffield is just a problem. Now, we thought Damon Ward Jr. was Chandler Morris's favorite receiver because it was like that last week. Not this week. DT Sheffield was like, look for me, and Morris has been looking for him, and Sheffield has been showing up and showing out. And it just looked like a go route. It looked like he was uncovered. He definitely was unbothered, and Chandler Morris throws him a strike, and Sheffield gets yet another touchy.
"15 seconds left in the first half, and the Mean Green pulls ahead.
Yeah, Chandler Morris just out there. He knew who he was going to throw it to the entire time. And Sheffield, just a go route. Just a go route, and no one covers him all by his lonesome. I don't know how you let DT Sheffield go out there and you don't know where he is. And Chandler Morris like, yeah, you my guy. Damon Ward Jr. was my guy last year. Last week. He my guy this week too, but DT, you my guy. Conrad like, yeah, that's what you call a hip waggle. Hip waggle head to the side.
The only problem is DT Sheffield might be at a touchdown celebration, so he could have to go back to the drawing board or just recycle some stuff.
But you know what? If you keep scoring touchdowns, you can be as corny as you want. You can do the Carlton dance. You can do it all. You can do the Icky shuffle. It doesn't matter.
All right, Doc Holliday. You played in a different time where it wasn't as encouraged the celebrations were, and sometimes you would draw some flags, but did you have a go-to dance?
No, man. Yeah, I always expected to make big plays. Plus, I used to be tired. I don't have time to be dancing. You know about the 42 carries. You don't know about the 33 carries before that.
Doc Holliday with a Memphis record for carries in a game, 42 in a shutout victory over Tulane back in 1994, a 13-0 win, carrying the Tigers to a big one there. And that is sometimes the onus is put on the running back. And today we've seen a lot of passing, although the Lumberjacks have taken to the ground recently.
And we have. And you see what happened, Stephen F. Austin making the decision to go for a 4th and short in their own end of the field. Don't come up with it, and you let Chandler Morris, as dangerous as he is, get the short field. Took advantage of the short field. But even if it was a long field, as wide open as DT Sheffield was and as fast as he was, that would have been a long touchdown too.
So Coach Carthel will head to the locker room with his team, a 3-touchdown underdog, trailing by just 4 points on the road at one of the most explosive offenses in the country. Teams head to the locker room. DT Sheffield might have to figure out some more dance moves, but the Lumberjacks going to try to keep him from two-stepping. Welcome back to Denton, Texas, the American Conference on ESPN. 21-17, North Texas clinging to a 4-point advantage against Stephen F. Austin here at halftime. Welcome back inside Daku Stadium. Pete Souza alongside the Memphis football legend, Doc Holliday. Doc, it feels like we saw it all in the first half, but one thing that sticks out is we saw 2 huge turnovers that they were able to come up with, they being the Lumberjacks, and They're close right now, down just 4.
And that's what you do when you're a team like Stephen F. Austin. You're going on the road against a team that's supposed to be better than you. You have to be opportunistic. You have to take some opportunities as well. They've taken some opportunities, taken a couple of interceptions from Chandler Morris and made one into a touchdown.
Who has taken advantage of the opportunities? Let's take a look. DT Sheffield.
DT Sheffield said, Damon Ward Jr., my guy, you were the dude last week. I'm the dude this week, especially in this first half. Deep post, touchdown, flood route, quick by myself, touchdown. You know what? I need to do a go route because I don't think they're going to guard me. Go route on the backside, another touchdown, gets behind everybody, and then he says, look, I play for North Texas, but look at the name on the back. But also on the other end, Stephen F. Austin, you know what, Jermaine Brown, peeking, got you. Chandler Morris, I see what you're doing, and I see you, and I'm running through all of those. Jermaine Brown with a huge pick 6, and then Sam Vidlac takes the punishment. Isaiah Davis, I don't even think he's in the too deep. Comes up with the one-handed catch, taps it to himself. That's a touchdown, a huge play for Stephen F. Austin, and this game is a lot closer than probably anybody thought it would be.
Now we see him getting ready to kick off here in the second half. What do you look for in the third quarter and fourth quarter out of these two teams that's going to decide everything?
Well, I look forward to Eric Morris making some great halftime adjustments like he did last week and like he was known to do last year. And I also look forward to Stephen F. Austin doing a little bit more tempo like they did, because when they went tempo and went no huddle, it caught North Texas off guard and they was able to get something going.
And let's take a look at those first half stats. 188 passing yards for North Texas, 229 total yards for the Mean Green, 108 total yards for Stephen F. Austin, but they seem to step up and make the plays when it counted.
Yeah, you saw a lot of that North Texas domination coming in the first quarter, and Stephen F. Austin not able to get much going, but they were able to get something going in their second quarter, some positivity. See, you want 108 total yards from them, but North Texas still pretty much dominant on offense if they can just minimize their turnovers, because them turning the ball over is what allows Stephen F. Austin to be into this ball game.
Timeout, Stephen F. Austin, their first charge timeout of the half.
The Lumberjacks have to burn a timeout right out of the locker room. There's offensive coordinator Chris Ross in his first season with Stephen F. Austin. Was at Lucas Lovejoy High School last year, and he brings a real calm demeanor and a sense of joy to his team, but he can't be too happy right now.
No, not at all, man. You come out of halftime and you almost have to delay a game. You have to burn a timeout. He's unhappy, but just think about the head coach, Coach Carthel. I know he's extremely unhappy about that.
Vidlac finds Jordan Neighbors. If he can get free, he can go. Spinning his way across the 40-yard line to the 45, 18-yard gain.
I love what they're doing. They're trying to give it to their speedsters, to their players out in space. And Jordan Neighbors, quick catch, makes a couple of people miss, some positive yardage.
Pitch and catch again. This time, Kylan Harris wrapped up close to the first down marker. Jaden Hill stops him.
These two receivers, back-to-back plays, doing a good job of making defenders miss. You've had defenders there, but they've done a good job of making them miss, turning up the field real quick. And here they go, tempo, no huddle again.
A team that couldn't produce a first down until late in the second quarter has done it twice out of the first half break. After the reception, Kylan Harris falls to the turf, 13-yard gain.
But I love their route combination. You had two receivers right there. You had Kylan Harris there. He just went down and ran a deep stop, but you also had a receiver that did a deep dig that draw a lot of attention from the defenders.
Again, Harris tiptoes his way across the 30-yard line.
And looking at it right here, you see Vidlac, a little quick little play action, but you have two receivers there. Deep stop route, Kylan Harris, you get it. Other receivers had the defenders occupied, and Kylan Harris able to get a nice little positive catch and some positive yards.
Sam Vidlac, 4 of 4 on the drive. 2 of those passes completed to Kylan Harris. Pressure. Tries to flip it to Neighbors. Incomplete.
That's more good pressure again by Jalen Smith coming on that edge. Whether he's blocked, he's been able to get some pressure. When he's unblocked, he's definitely been able to get some pressure. We haven't called Jalen Smith's name a lot, but the couple of times we have called it, it's for right reasons, because he's been able to apply some pressure, and he's really the main reason why that was an incompletion.
3rd and 7 coming up. Fidback floats to the right. Fires it behind the intended receiver. Jalen Smith was coming with the heat. Green was the intended receiver.
That's Jalen Smith once again. Making plays, providing pressure when you need somebody to make plays. He's not getting sacks, but he's the reason why these plays are blowing up, because he's being so active and being so defensive as a defender. Because a lot of times you can be a defender and play defense, but you have to be defensive as a defender, and Jalen Smith plays defensively.
7th play of the drive. They've all been passes. Vidlac 4 of 6 for 44 yards. Go time, 4th down. Close to the sticks. Pass is grabbed by Harris. Short of the 1st down marker. Turnover on downs. Bend but don't break. The Mean Green stop him.
And you got to give cornerback Evan Jackson all the credit in the world, because they come out with the out route, but as a receiver you gotta run your route beyond the sticks. He did that, but he had to come back to the ball, and Jackson is right there when he catches it and does a great job of tackling. That's coaching, but that's also paying attention to coaching, but that's also athletic ability. And the huge stop.
The Lumberjacks have gone for it 4 times on 4th down, 0 for 4. Jawan Price in the backfield alongside Chandler Morris. 188 passing yards in the 1st half. Starts off the 2nd with an incompletion. We have seen some frustration from Morris in the 1st half, and we've seen it spill over now to the 3rd quarter.
We have, and he needs to settle down, and he did settle down, and I think he will settle down and get some of these big completions he's used to getting.
Sprints to his right, fires it on the move, and finally, there is the Warden. Damon Ward, 16-yard gain.
Damon Ward, he says, look, all you have to do is give it to me. You get Chandler Morris out here on the boot. You got Damon Ward running a deep out route. Perfect placement of the ball. Nice catch for Damon. Now he's able to get his fluids going and get into this ball game and get some confidence.
Jawan Price. That's what they talked about to us, Doc, this week, getting him the ball in space. They did it there.
And that's exactly what you want to do. That was a screen play called to Price, because you had a blocker out in front of him, the tight end, so you swing it to Price, let him get the ball in space and show the speed that he's known for. He catches it, shows some speed. Nice positive play, a part of a nice drive that North Texas has going right now.
Sears is down. We'll step aside and take a break. North Texas on the move.
Just need to catch. Sometimes catch up.
12:09 left in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 for the Mean Green. Oh, bouncing it outside is Price. Gets to the corner. Flag is down, but he's not. On his feet out of bounds near the 25-yard line. 17-yard gain if it stands.
Holding offense, number 54. 10-yard penalty.
It will not.
Replay first down.
You know what? I hate that because that's such a good run, man. You had Jawan Price get to right, goes up the left side, nowhere to run. Not only does he cut it back, he bounces back and has the speed to get around the corner and pick up some good yardage. And the sad part about it, I don't even think the holding actually helped him do it. You just slide over. Yeah, it kind of helped him. Oh, yeah, you can't do that, dog. Yeah, Price. Yeah, you had some help right there. But still, nice run.
Well, we got to take it easy on Johnny Dickinson, number 54 right there. He's naturally a guard, is filling in now playing center, and this has become a patchwork situation for the Mean Green's offensive line. Jet Duncan out of the game, and Landon Peterson also hurt. Demaja Harris says, hey, I can do it by myself. Looks like he was down. Ball came out. Turnover on the field
is a fumble recovered by Stephen F. Austin.
Ed Bobineau coming up with the recovery.
Great run by Harris. He's saying that he was thrown around, pulled around his shoulder pass, but Bobineau making a play, big number 3.
The rolling on the field of a fumble recovered by Stephen F. Austin is under further review.
As anticipated, the officials will take another look at this. 6'2", 340 from Huntsville, Texas, Ed Bobineau.
Looks like he was down to me. Looks like his forearm hit the ground before the ball came out. Yeah, he's down. Bet that. If I'm wrong, I'm taking the headset off.
No, you're not.
No, but I'm gonna put
need you.
No, I'll finish. I'm gonna put them right back on. Though. I'm gonna take them off, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm just saying. But to me, it's like his forearm was done, like he was down.
And there is Colby Carthel talking it over with members of the officiating crew. And we'll go back to it. Earlier in the week, he said, sometimes you're the bug on the windshield. Last week, in the 77-0 victory, we were the windshield. This week, coming up, getting set to play North Texas, we're the bug, want to put a crack in the windshield. They've done more than that so far.
They have. You know, Eric Morris gave Coach Carthel all kinds of compliments, talking about how tough of a coach he is, how tough of a player he is, and he knew his team was going to come out and play tough, and that's exactly what Stephen F. Austin has done. But if you're a coach like Coach Carthel, you're sitting here, you want this opportunity, you're hoping this turnover is yours, but as you see, his forearm hits the ground, and then that's when the ball comes out. I think North Texas is going to get it back. But still, Coach Carthel with Stephen F. Austin playing extremely tough right now, hoping for this turnover, but camera work once again.
Beautiful.
I think he's down. I think the referee's trying to see where to spot the ball.
After review, the runner's elbow was down prior to the ball coming loose. It'll be second down at the 42-yard line for North
All right,
Texas.
Doc Holliday, if this was baseball, you'd be headed to the Hall of Fame. You're hitting 300.
Yeah, man, but you know what? The game is 60 minutes, so I got more minutes to make calls or to miss them. So, you know, the fat lady not singing right now.
Well, you got that one right, and the North Texas Mean Green fan base has got to be happy about it.
Of course they are, man, because that's an opportunity you did not want to waste, because they have something positive going on, especially 4-4 to get a run like that, because he's a big dog. He's not normally known for getting into space and picking up chunk yardage, but he's able to pick up some chunk yardage, and this possession is able to continue.
Price again, slicing and cutting back up the field. Dragged down by Jeremiah Walker.
But I love the way Jawan Price just finished that run, because he comes outside. That's a nice physical run. He was able to fall forward.
Flags are down.
Ball start. Offense, everyone but the snapper. 5-yard penalty.
That's the second time we have heard everyone but the snapper. The snapper, in this case, being Johnny Dixon. What does that tell you?
That the snapper is off. That's what that tells me, man, because everybody can't be wrong, man. All 4 or 5 people wrong, but the snapper is right each time.
3rd and 8. North Texas 0 for their last 6 on 3rd downs. Let's see if Chandler Morris and the crew can turn the corner. Up by 4. Critical third down. Into the open field. Aaron jumps up and brings it back down with him. Acrobatic catch, couldn't have come at a better time.
You have so many great components of their play. You have great blitz pickup by Jawan Price. You have Chandler Morris standing back there with pressure, letting it go, and you have Aaron plucking it, high-porting it out the air.
27-yard gain. You see Tony Anyanwu
Snap, timeout.
with a little hand-to-hand combat
second of the half.
drifting off your screen.
Full timeout on the field.
We've got a timeout. We'll step aside. North Texas with some momentum on the move.
Look at this play. You got Jawan Price, nice blitz pickup, and Chandler Morris there, and Jeremiah Aaron, a poetic catch, able to go up and snatch it.
The ruling on
That's
the
just
field of a catch has been confirmed. First down, North Texas.
Beautiful confirmation of a play. So you challenge it, you lose the challenge, and we got us a nice little highlight, and I'm able to call it and still be happy and don't have to change anything. I just said 2 stacks once again.
Six plays, 57 yards so far for the Mean Green on this drive, and we have had a steady diet of Jawan Price as he is into the teeth of the Lumberjack defense, taken down by Cotton.
Well, it's like the scripts have flipped. Stephen F. Austin been going tempo. North Texas, they chilled on tempo, and let's run the rock a little bit with Price, and they've been successful.
Morris cranks it. Wyatt Young with another grab, the freshman. Had 2 catches last week, 4 so far today.
And I love that because Chandler Morris is able to throw the ball with such great velocity, and you just get Wyatt to get up there, stop right, turn around real quick, get it, positive yardage. If you can catch it and get something out of it, that's fine. But if you catch it, nice little 5-6 yard pickup.
Fade route. Ward elevated, and it was knocked away. Charles Demings decides he's going to talk it over with him afterwards.
Yeah, he let him hear it, too. He's like, man, I got you blanketed. I know what you did last week, but we ain't them, and I ain't him. That's some great coverage.
I'll tell you where some of that comes from. We talked to Coach Carthel again this week, and he said, hey, Charles, you see Ward last week? He went for 230. He might have 400 against you. Trying to mess with him and get in his head a little bit, and we can see Demings responding.
Demings looks like a builder football player. He's rocked up out there, man. He's a very physical cornerback.
Oscar Hammond showing that catch radius, bringing down a touchdown this time. 4th touchdown pass of the night by Chandler Morris.
OSC-ARHAMMOND. Oscar Hammond once again, man, gets behind the defense. Chandler Morris does a great job of getting there, throwing it just high enough where the defenders can't get it, but just low enough where Oscar Hammond can get up and snatch it for a touchdown.
The Mean Green on that drive. Body blow, body blow, body blow. A couple shots to the head, and another touchdown. Let's take you around the American Conference for some news and notes. Kansas State holding on against Tulane, who gave them quite a battle. And you see Florida Atlantic, Army defeating them in the conference opener for them 24-7. And then Alabama on the ropes once again for the 2nd year in a row, this time at home against South Florida.
South Florida were throwing hammers at Alabama last year and almost got a win. So the same thing is happening this year. Also, you know, Memphis played today too.
How'd they do?
They beat Troy 38-17. They recognized my 1993 team. I had a lot of teammates there, man, but I told them I'm gonna hit y'all with the stiff arm. I'm finna go hang out with Pete, Thomas, man, and the crew, and make some money, man. I FaceTime me, which they did.
Keep an eye on the Tigers this year. They could be honoring that team 30 years from now.
Yeah, they better.
11-point advantage for North Texas. The issue at hand is becoming a little bit of an issue now for the Lumberjacks. Down by 11, storming out of the gate after halftime, dinking and dunking their way down the field until they melted under the hot glare of that North Texas end zone.
And you know what North Texas doing the first possession out of the half today? Same thing they did last week. That third quarter is what turned it around.
Vidlak finds his way out of pressure, tried to thread the needle. Pass was intended for Fluellen and knocked away.
That's great coverage right there because North Texas brought all kinds of pressure. Vidlak somehow was able to escape getting sacked, but still great coverage in the back end.
Vidlak again, short. Harris brings it down. Wrapped up.
Big great pass, 53 is up. Yes,
Evan Jackson with some great coverage once again.
3rd and 7. Pivotal moment here for the Lumberjacks. Sam Vidlak making his 4th stop in college football. Big moment for him. Uncorks it down the sidelines. Green knocked away. Ridge Tejada in coverage.
Ridge Tejada is such a good cornerback. That's why you're able to trust him. Press man on the ends. Have your corners in press man and you blitz everybody else, and that's pretty much what North Texas just did, forcing Vidlak to throw that ball, and Tejada is right there with great coverage to break that up, and now they're punting back to Chandler Morris and that North Texas offense who has some momentum once again going for themselves.
Tejada came into this one with 25 PBUs. That's the most in the career, in program history at UNT. Ooh! Sheffield lost it. Lumberjacks quick to fall right on it.
First down, Stephen F. Austin.
You want to talk about catching a break? Stephen F. Austin just did.
Yeah, and that's one of those things. DT Sheffield back there as a punt returner. He's made such great plays today, and that's just a lack of focus and a lack of concentration. He was under the ball. He had his hands there, but it seemed like it hit him in the hands. That's just a mistake by DT Sheffield. He's had such a great game, but that's a mistake that he made, but Stephen F. Austin with a new life.
3rd turnover of the evening. Jaheim Mullen was there to pounce on it. Can they win sudden change? Vidlak down the field. Yes, they can. Kylan Harris out of bounds after the big gainer. 31 yards.
And this is such a beautiful route by Kylan Harris. You see him give an inside stab route and just a corner route. Gets behind the defenders. Beautiful ball, perfect placement, and even better route.
8 catches, 74 yards for Harris. And how about Sam Vidlak? 158 yards and a touchdown. Quaylen Jones is your running back. Look at Vidlak. Is he comfortable? Almost a little too comfortable, looking for Lindo. Floating out of the end zone. This is a guy who Coach Carthel told us he has unique, and then he's changed it and he said, you know what? He has exceptional leadership qualities. This is a guy who's married to his high school sweetheart, They're expecting their first child in December. Forget about the skills he has as a player. As a man, he's got what it takes to lead.
Well, that just shows you the maturity. He knows how to handle responsibility because he's handling a family, so you know he can handle his football family as well.
Tejada, who else? Bats it away. No, no, no.
Tejada has to be looking at Vidlac and that Stephen F. Austin offense like, you all must have forgot who I am. Did y'all read the notes and the stats of who I am and what I've done before y'all got here tonight?
Third down coming. This comes after the turnover on the punt. Vidlac going to keep it. Loses his helmet, hangs onto the football. Flag is down.
Illegal formation. Offense, more than 4 in the backfield. That penalty is declined.
Penalty's declined.
It's 4th down.
Fourth
Number
down
15
coming up.
must leave the game for a play due to his helmet coming off.
Yeah, you can't line up like that. You know, you got to be on the line of scrimmage. You have everybody bent always backwards, and you got to line up in formation correctly, especially on this end of the field when you're trying to punch it in for a touchdown.
21-yard kick coming up. Campos has been accurate all night long. Knocks through another one. We've got a one-score game here in Denton, Texas. You don't want to go anywhere. Welcome back to Denton, Texas. Harrison Keller, boy, did he start at the right time. A piping hot North Texas football team, and he is the new president of the university. Started just in August, and call him the maestro. Looks pretty comfortable directing the national anthem there.
And swagged out with them Jordans. I saw them black and green Jordans, man.
He looks pretty fresh.
Yeah.
Price gonna take it out. Crosses the 20. Breaks into the open field. Down the sidelines. Run out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Real shot in the arm coming from Jawan Price. He is so good in space, and he does it again. 68-yard return.
The game is stopped due to an official's timeout for injury.
And it looks like that is Price down on the sidelines, receiving medical attention from the Stephen F. Austin staff, as it was on their sideline that he went down, but North Texas crew over there taking a look. $68-yard return. And all of Denton holding their breath right now. Seven carries, 45 yards for Price, and the electric return we just saw. Coach Carthel. We will step aside. As we try to turn the page, the touch pass to DT Sheffield. He's chased out of bounds short of the 50-yard line. Walker runs him out.
That's just great contained defense by that Lumberjack defense, trying to get DT Sheffield a rocket sweep to get him in some space and around the corner, and they just did not allow it.
Morris throwing underneath. Blair Conright his former TCU teammate. The two reconnect and connect for a 17-yard gain.
That's what you call a deep hook route for Conwright. Come back and get it. Turn upfield, try to make somebody miss, but huge game for him.
And he's been a big gust of emotional support and wind for Chandler Morris as we see a short gain for Ragsdale. Conwright talked about it. He said, hey, Chandler Morris is having fun again. He looks like he did when we played together early in his career at TCU.
And I love what he did. He looked right real quickly and came back to Conwright to the left. Zipped one out there, huge gain, trying to get something going. This has been a good response to what they just had to deal with a couple of plays ago.
Ball is tipped into the air, falls to the turf. The opportunity was there. Lane Lewis was honing in on it, couldn't grab it.
DT had to turn into a defensive tackle, defensive back right there, because that ball gets tipped in the air and he had to come and try to knock it out of there, and almost an interception. Yeah, the umpire's there in the middle of everything, but that's where he's supposed to be. You got to play around him.
Elijah Fields got his big paw on it. 3rd and 8 coming up. Sides. Run out of bounds. Flag is down. Deming's on the stop. 5:10 left here in the 3rd quarter.
Coming out with the bubble screen, looked like somebody was probably blocking while that ball was in the air.
Illegal block in the back. Offense, number 0. 10-yard penalty. Replay 3rd down.
Illegal block in the back from Conrad. Ooh.
Yeah, that's a little touchy, but you hit him in the back. He fell up off sides, was able to pick up another yard or two. It wasn't anything major, but can't do it, especially with the referee standing 2 feet from you, looking right at you.
And in a 1-score game now, 3rd and 18. Lumberjacks with an opportunity really to put the Mean Greens back against the wall here. Cranking it up. Just shy of Damon Ward. Morris trying to hit a home run.
And Chandler Morris, his hands on his hips because he knows Damon Ward. If he puts some more air under that ball and leaves him just a little bit more, would have given Damon Ward more opportunity and a chance to catch that ball, but it was underthrown. Damon Ward had to slow up, and he's clearly frustrated because he knows that ball was thrown on his back hip when he knows if Chandler Morris would have put some more air under it, and I think Chandler knows that as well, he would have given Damon Ward Jr. a lot better opportunity to pull down a touchdown reception.
Kylan Harris back deep. Sawyer Evans in punt formation. Flag is down prior to the snap.
Offense, 5-yard penalty.
Delay a game.
Still 4th down.
And there's Chandler Morris. 23 of 36, 274 yards, 4 touchdowns,
There's also
2 interceptions.
32 offense. That's declined. Will enforce the delay.
He wanted to have
game.
the opportunity to play. He's certainly gotten it here at North Texas. He has been running around slinging it tonight and last week,
Both
but
penalties
there
are
is Eric
declined.
Morris. In your estimation, what thoughts is he sharing with his team, Doc?
Focus. We need to play better. We need to execute better. We need to finish this game and play North Texas football like we did in the 3rd quarter of last. We need to settle down. We're at home. This is our home opener. We're supposed to win this ball game. So, fellas, come on, man. We can do better than what we're doing right now.
Fair catch at the 11-yard line. What's Stephen F. Austin going to do here? We're about to find out. They now, like we mentioned, down by 8 points. It's a 1-score ball game and plenty of time left.
You know, and they still can execute their offensive game plan. You know, they came out wanting to be slow and methodical, run the ball. That really wasn't working. So they switched it up. They've been playing pace. They've been playing up-tempo, no huddle, and that has caught North Texas off guard. So they've been successful and had some success with that philosophy. And I I think they will continue to do that.
Sam Vidlak. He'll take a big cut. Down the field. Neighbors had it and lost it. Big time play by Taylor Starling. Swats it away. Coaches are high on Starling, and you see why.
That is how you recover and regroup, because you have great break on the ball when it's in the air, giving Starling all time in the world to get to it. That ball is in the air a little longer than they probably wanted it to be, but Starling, you have to give it to him. Makes a great play to catch up with the receiver and catch up with that ball.
Vidlak to his right. Drops it off. Quaylen Jones taken down just outside of the 10-yard line. Brown with the stop. Really nice work defensively by Jordan Brown.
It is. That's what I was about to say. That is the way you clean up a block, but clean up a tackle. Finish a play up, bringing the hammer.
Third and 9. Pressure coming. Somehow Vidlak eludes it, throws over the middle, intended for Harris, incomplete. Shane Witter applying the pressure, knocks him to the ground.
That North Texas defense coming out, playing aggressive like they did in their first quarter, coming out, applying pressure, making Vidlak extremely uncomfortable. You got pressure from the outside, pressure from the inside, a hit at the end of that play, got Vidlak watching from his bum as he overthrows, and North Texas defense with another huge stop.
Sheffield back deep. Call for a fair catch. 44-yard punt. No return after the fair catch. Nice field position for the Mean Green. Next Saturday. Woo, it only gets better as far as the matchups are concerned. We are now in the teeth of the conference schedule. Coastal Carolina and Temple, Gardner-Webb at Charlotte, and FIU against Florida Atlantic. The American Conference, you got to see it on ESPN. American Conference headquarters just up the road in Dallas, Texas. And that is just out of the reach of Wyatt Young.
Wyatt Young with a great in and out route, and Chandler Morris just missed him. He was wide open, and Wyatt Young made himself be wide open by running a great route.
And a career high tonight, 4 touchdowns for Chandler Morris. Has had a great game, missed a couple of throws, a couple of huge interceptions that led to 10 points. Oh, here comes the pressure. Stepping out of it is Morris, trying to do his best Houdini. Was intended for Aaron. Southard almost had him.
That's that escapability, man. That's that athletic ability, and he's very cognizant. I see what's going on. Able to escape the sack attempt, and not only Houdini, looked a little Johnny Manziel-ish right there. The way he was moving around. It wasn't a completion, but the way he was moving around and keeping that play alive.
2 for 10 on third downs are the Mean Green. Here goes Morris, trying to find the first down. Steps out of bounds as he felt the pressure coming. Adams escorts him out of bounds. 7-yard gain. 4th down coming up.
Going for this, Pete. No punt.
No, and no indecision for Coach Morris and the crew. Whistle as the play is blown dead.
Timeout, Stephen F. Austin. Their third and final timeout of the half.
Lumberjacks
30 seconds
use
in
their
Lincoln.
third timeout with 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Fourth and 3. What do you look for from the mean green here, Doc?
Give it to Ford, man. Let him make a decision. Run pass option, boot him out. Boot him out, get him out there. He can run for 3, pick up the 3 yards, pick up the first down, or he can dump it to an underneath guy, dump it to the flood route. He just can beat you and make plays so many ways. You know, he's too trouble. Running and throwing, too trouble. So let Ford be too trouble. Do his thing. Or we can go get tacos.
Baby.
It's not Tuesday. It's not Taco Tuesday. It's Salsa Saturday. Little cute little baby.
There's the baby of the coaching tree from North Texas. One of the youngest coaches in North Texas history is Eric Morris. Let's see what he dials up. Motion from Ward. Quick flip to the flat. Sides. Cuts back inside for the contact and more after the first down yardage.
I love that play. If you're going to give me space, I'm going to take this space and also take this opportunity. You got him. Chandler just throws it out there, Sides just wide open space. They're giving him that space to make plays and make moves. You don't want to get up and press him. Okay, he said, we'll take the easy first down.
20-yard gain, 4th catch for Sides.
20 yards. Oh, my gosh. That's how long that was. It's a great play.
The previous play is under further review to see if the runner stepped out prior to getting the first down.
So we'll take another look to make sure that he got the first down.
Flat route, 2-2 is out there. No, he's in bounds, man. That's just a great tiptoe. Way to tiptoe. That's when you like when your feet probably 9.5. His feet probably, because if his feet were 10.5, he'd been out of bounds. 2-2.
We saw that Thursday night with the Ravens.
Exactly. His feet were too big. That's his problem, man. He had a great game, but his feet were too big. Stepped out of bounds.
If Isaiah Likely had like a size 10 instead of 11, he would have been all good.
But that's just a great play by Tutu. That's a great play by Sides. Not only to get out into the flat and catch that rock, but to turn it up the field and stay in bounds.
And Sides, playing his first game of the season, was out
that close
in that game in South Alabama. And we were told prior to the game, hey, he's going to play for as long as he's needed. And clearly, he is still needed.
And he's stepped up big tonight. He's had a great game. He's come up with several huge plays, and that's a huge play right there, because I'm telling you, when you're moving that fast and you're going full speed, sometimes you can't pay attention to where your feet are on the sideline, and he knew exactly where he was. He's able to turn it up, stay in bounds, and pick up 20 yards, right? Is that
20 yards?
20
yeah.
yards, man.
Here we go. Now I feel like I usually, I'm getting older. I watch like 48 Hours or Dateline on a Friday or Saturday night. Now I feel like that's what I'm watching. Looking at some of that surveillance video. Woo, that's close.
Yeah, from that angle, blown up like that. But you know what I'm looking at?
The ruling on the field stands is called first down, North Texas.
He had hot feet, man. You see how his feet was exploding off the ground? That close up we just did, that showed everything. He got some bounce. He had some bounce.
Motion from Young. Ooh! Right there on top of it. Jeremiah Walker says hello.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. The game is stopped due to injury.
And I would think what Chandler Morris is thinking to himself is that that's almost on him, because he has to read that.
It felt like that was what that conversation was about.
Yeah, he has to read that. He has to see that he's coming up like that, because when you're running at those bubble screens and those screens, your head is turned back around towards the quarterback, and that's exactly what was happening. So he throws it, Wyatt Young throws it, and he's hot out there, and that defender is hot out there, and he hits him probably right in his ribs. And I know those hits hurt so bad, and he's in some pain. He's in some pain.
Lost his helmet, lost the football.
Clean football hit. I mean, it's a football play. There's nothing dirty about the play or illegal about the play. It's just unfortunate that
sigh of relief now from the crowd here for Wyatt Young, the freshman from Katy, Texas, as he hobbles off the field.
I feel for him, man, because that's tough. That's a tough position to be in. Clean football hit. His body's just wide open, and now I see where Chandler Morris is going. He saw that, and he made up his mind to throw the ball there anyway, and it's really just on the defender. He just made a great break on the ball and on the play.
Second and 10 now. Morris zips it, picked off, going the other way. Bruce Harmon run out of bounds, shy of the 45-yard line. Third pick of the evening for Chandler Morris, the gunslinger. 30-yard return.
Great interception, but Chandler Morris just threw it right to him. Just reckless with his form and reckless with the decision making. He's falling backwards, throwing the ball back into the middle of the field where you have a whole bunch of defenders and the ball just floats. Watch you just Chandler Morris play action. He's backpedaling. He's not stepping into the throw, and that caused him to throw behind the receiver. And one is right there to pick it off once again. Chandler Morris with this third interception of the night.
Bruce Harmon, 6 foot, 200 pounds, from Rockwall, Texas. There is the turnover story. Jenkins powers his way to the 45 of North Texas, 10-yard gain. You want to talk about a momentum switch.
That's what happened. Quick change football. Turnovers, offense get back on the field real quick. Go right back to the run game.
Vidlac, no chance. Chavez Brown rings the bell, but he also draws a penalty flag. 8-yard loss right now. Looks like that was helmet-to-helmet contact.
Chavez Brown shot through there, blitzed, unblocked. Huge sack, but see what this flag is about.
There's no foul for targeting on the place, as the passer was not defenseless.
We saw the conversation from Joshua Rusak and Glenn Crowther. Officials talked it over quickly after the play.
But that's actually how you want them to tackle. You want them to square up. He didn't lower his head. He didn't hit him with the crown. He just face mask. It's just the positioning of his body and the position of Vidlac's body made his face mask hit his helmet and make it twist up. But that's actually great form tackle.
And that's great analysis by you, partner.
Thank you, Pete.
28-20. Vidlac staying on his feet, crossing the 50, out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Third and manageable coming up now for the Lumberjacks. Inside of a minute here in the third quarter.
Vidlac shows his toughness. He just got put on his bum very physically. The play before becomes right out, scrambles again, letting them know I'm not afraid to get hit. But North Texas still in prime position with the third and long right here to kind of stop this and get this ball back.
Vidlac drops it off as the screen was set up, but through the hands. Terrell Dawkins coming with the pressure. Wembley couldn't hang on.
North Texas doing a good job right there on their defensive stance because they were anticipating a screen, so they knew we're going to scream out, you're going to scream, but defenders still doing a good job of defending on the second level of their defense because even if it wasn't complete, if it was completed, he didn't have too far to run.
Sheffield standing inside of his 10-yard line. Edding set to give it a ride. The lefty, end over end, and Sheffield secures it inside the 10 as he hits the turf.
You know what Sheffield was thinking about? I'm not muffing another one. He said, so I'm going to catch it and I'm going to fall myself. I'm going to hug this ball to the ground because he knows he does not want to make another mistake and cause another turnover to get Stephen F. Austin any more confidence than they already have.
Well, if there's one guy who can understand his plight, it's head coach Eric Morris. He returned punts at Texas Tech, and he talks about the excitement and the explosion and also really the quiet yards that come with a strong return gain. He always talks about, hey, a 10, 12-yard return on a punt really can change the tempo of the game.
And it can. It takes a special person to stand back there and return punts with all them bullets coming at you, man. Just people flying everywhere.
Ragsdale into the line of scrimmage. Spins shy of the 15-yard line. Chandler Morris trying to squeeze one last play in here in the third quarter, and he does. And Ragsdale plunges into the line of scrimmage. So after an hour and 12 minutes, where we laughed, we cried, we celebrated, we had it all, we've got another injury as Ragsdale is down. And there is Ikaika Ragsdale hobbling off, getting some assistance. And this is a guy you hate to see this just because you hate to see it, and also because he missed almost all last year with an ACL injury. The junior from Las Vegas, Nevada. If we hear anything, we'll let you know. In the meantime, play rolls on. Sides. Dragged down, but a flag is down. As it stands right now with 25-yard gain. But the flag is down around the 23-yard line in the area of possible holding.
Personal foul, illegal blindside block, offense number 54.
Or worse,
Penalties have to
if you're a
be
Mean Green fan, personal foul.
That's one thing the referees has been, they've been wanting to cut down on these blindside blocks, and there it is right there. Those ear hole blocks, they want to get rid of them, and that was clearly as one.
Aaron Sears on the business end of that one. The guilty party, Johnny Dixon. 12th penalty of the night for the Mean Green. Brings up a 3rd and 10. 103 yards, as you see on the bottom of your screen. They've been penalized. Morris slings it to the left side. Another flag is down. North Texas coaching staff was calling for it right away.
Prior to the pass, holding, defense number 6, 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Charles Demings getting in on the infraction activity. That'll make it 1st and 10 for North Texas. Fresh set of downs come as a result. That's a huge penalty.
It was, because they had him backed up, a great opportunity, and come out and do that.
The only one left. Harris. Looks like he might make a house call. From Killeen, Texas to the end zone here in Denton. Call it 80 yards.
Man, you know, it's nothing that I like to see more than a running back hit it off tackle, straight up the middle, get going. 80 yards and not even to be caught or not even to be touched. 4-4 with the score, and everybody is happy for Big Dog, and I'm happy for Big Dog too because he shows some speed and some power.
The reality, he's the only one left now in the running back room as Jawan Price went down with the injury, and Ragsdale, we saw him hobble off the field, and Demaja Harris says, hey, for my bros, I'm gonna do it. 80 yards. And there's Demaja Harris. Looks like he's running for office now, walking up and down the sideline, shaking hands with just about everybody, and why not? 80 yards to the house. Largest lead of the night right now for North Texas, 35-20.
And I just love the run. I love the execution on the offensive line and the receivers, and of course, Demaja Harris. You come out, man, hey, I just love the way he was able to put his foot in the ground, find the hole, and get through it.
6'2", 224, and he was moving.
There you go. You really got 4 in the box, but you got this corner, so you on the blitz, son. So you blitzing, that means you all in man-to-man. You in man-to-man, receivers blocking downfield. We don't see that. Then you see Demaja Harris. Offensive line doing a good job of getting a hat on a hat. Big Dog, what'd you say, 6'2", 220, getting through the hole. Still falling, that's Viagra. Get up off me, man. Picks him up and puts him down and still high and tight with the football, so you're not going to run behind me and punch it out of there.
6'2", 224.
Big Dog.
One-on-one in the open field. Coming from the backside, Bruce Harmon didn't have a chance. Jenkins says, hey, let me get in on the act. 7-yard gain. Back to the ground again goes Stephen F. Austin. Across the 40-yard line. Jalen Smith on the stop. Jenkins again to positive yardage.
2 good runs. You got Stephen F. Austin coming back out here, going back down to the ground game, and I don't think North Texas really don't mind them going back to the ground game. Just don't want them to give up any big plays like Harris just got, because you're running, keeps the clock running, get some tick-tock out of here.
Vidlac wanted that one to end up on tic-tac. Ended up on the turf, intended for Isaiah Davis. Second and long coming up for Stephen F. Austin, the FCS opponent. Delivered a pretty big punch here tonight on the road in Denton. Jalen Smith another tackle, Jenkins another carry.
Well, Pete, we talked about it, man. Once again at halftime, Eric Morris in North Texas making some good adjustments because this second half has been pretty good for them.
14-3 advantage in the second half for the Mean Green. Rich Tejada wrapping up Kylan Harris shy of the first down marker.
Cornerback play don't get any better than that. He takes on the blocker, runs through the blocker. He really only just got an arm on the receiver and was able to bring him down. Rich Tejada is just a tough player, man.
Fourth down coming up. Reinforcements onto the field for North Texas as we see Tejada. What's Vidlac got? Let's find out. Pocket collapses. Somehow he finds his way out, scampers to first down yardage. Tumbles to about the 48. Evan Jackson on the stop, 10-yard gain.
Vidlac making the play when he has to make a play. Drop back to pass, good coverage on the back end, no one to throw to, but plenty of green grass to run to, and Vidlac does that and picks up a first down.
Mean Green defense starting to labor. A lot of substitutions. Pitch and catch. Run out of bounds is Chris Taylor. His first catch of the night. Still plenty of time left. 8th play of the drive. Nice pass, nice catch. Fluellen on the grab. 14-yard gain. Vidlak is lathered up once again.
And you said it, very impressive. Vidlak just rolls out. And it's just a 10-yard out route. 1-7 goes up, gets up, goes up to get it. Fluellen flying through the air. Big pickup for him.
5'11", 170. Fluellen using every last inch of his body to get between himself and the defender. One-yard gain on first down for Jenkins. Sets up 2nd and long. Shipley on the tackle. Defensive coordinator, Matt Capone, told his team this week, hey, forget about the FCS stuff. Line up and play football. Play fundamental football. They'll need to do that down the stretch here to pull this one away. Another running play, another short gain. 3rd and 8 coming up.
And North Texas doing a good job of defending all gaps right there, because Stephen F. Austin coming out with that stretch play, trying to get outside or trying to get off tackle, but those North Texas defensive tackles and linebackers, no space to run.
We just saw offensive coordinator Chris Ross looking for answers. Let's see if he found any on that play sheet. Vidlak launches it to the end zone. Just out of the reach intended for Isaiah Davis. No more magic for him, at least not right now. Huge 33-yard touchdown off of the one-handed grab earlier in the game for Davis. 4th and 9 coming up for the Lumberjacks. 12th play of the drive. Stephen F. Austin has gone 51 yards in 4 minutes and 39 seconds. Vidlak falls to the turf, so does the football. Turnover on downs. Was intended for Harris. 9:32 left. When we come back, the Mean Green will have the football and a chance to salt this one away. What a great time to be a college football fan. The 12-team college football playoff, the cherry on top of the season, the longest season in college football history. The 5 highest ranked conference teams, of course, we'll see them getting buys, but then we will be duking it out for the rest of the spots. And we see here, Doc Holliday, the American Conference has really had a play in these New Year's 6 bowl games recently, and no indication they couldn't do it again this year.
Now, unless you know they have a lot of competitive teams and some competitive football going on in the American Athletic Conference.
Oh, the American Conference, they mean business. Football, basketball, whatever the sport is. They compete, they do it at a high level. And speaking of which, Demaja Harris has been competing. Oof. Not much competition there and not much question. Charles Demings going to get hit with the pass interference penalty, it would appear. Draped all over Damon Ward Jr.
Pass interference, defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
That means trying to put Damon Ward in the ward right there, man. You trying, that's obvious. Holding, pass interference, assault, battery.
Well, they gave us the Law and Order theme right before the referee made the call. I like that.
They sure did, didn't they?
It was appropriate. Automatic first down and 15 yards. Oh, Harris finds daylight again. Somehow stays on his feet before he is chopped down. Sears on the play, 11-yard gain.
Harris still showing some explosiveness and showing some quickness to be able to get outside, but I would have loved. I know it happened too fast for him, but
58, 10-yard penalty, replay first down.
That's why he's able to get it's penalty. But still nice run for Harris, but I still would have loved to see him move that ball to the outside arm and stiff arm with that inside arm. But
the fundamentals from the doctor.
But it happened so fast, he didn't really have time. I understand it. You know, plus it would have looked good, but it would have came back anyway.
Played his first 3 seasons at Lamar. Transferred over in the summer and just in the nick of time. Has made quite the impact so far. Great catch. Conright bailing out his old quarterback. They go all the way back to TCU, 17-yard gain.
Can't get any better than that. Conright showing more dexterity. Highlight.
I think that's another everybody but the center.
That's what 58 is hoping, because he moved early.
False start. Offense, number 58.
Oh, you got it. I was wrong.
Second down.
Let's take another look at that beautiful catch by Blair Conright.
Yeah, just focus, man. Just snatchy. Tips it to himself. Gets his hand on it to stop the momentum and just tapped it to himself and gathered it, man. It's nice.
It's beautiful. Jeremiah Walker on the stop, and we're seeing a steady diet of DeMaja Harris with Ragsdale and Price on the shelf.
I don't mean to laugh, but you have 67, what he just did to 36, and I knew the referee was going to come in there and say something because he blocked him to the ground, but then he literally tried to bury him, man. He trying to get a little extra punch on him, take some more football out of him.
Oh, stepping right in front of that one. Almost intercepted there. Tim Muhammad.
That's a great play, man. Great hand, not great hands. He caught it like a linebacker, and he knows, but still, just a great read. Would have been a huge play for him.
I mean, could you imagine? He should be finishing up his dance right now.
Yeah, he should be, but he's a linebacker. He showed linebacker hands right there. So.
Whistle is blown prior to snap.
Delay of game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
Drew Swoboda, special teams coach, cannot be happy with that. That's the second delay of game in a punting situation tonight. The first one may have been on purpose to give a little bit more breathing room to Sawyer Evans. That one was not. Fair catch called and made.
Timeout on the field.
We'll step aside, 15-point advantage right now for the Mean Green. Hey, check out Drew Swoboda, associate head coach for the Mean Green. We just talked about him overseeing special teams. He oversaw an effort by Stephen F. Austin to win the Southland Conference, and they did. He was there from 95 to 99.
He was yoked up. Look at him, Pete.
I mean, a
big jersey, big thigh pads. Old school, man.
Liking the contact. Vidlac putting a lot of air underneath that one. Incomplete pass down the field.
Still a little yoked up. He's still a little yoked up right now, man. The neck isn't as thick, you know, as it was back when he was playing, but he needed that. But 1999 Southland Conference champion, man.
Texas strong, baby. Red dirt. We talked about the East Texas products, and again, coaching against his alma mater this evening, hoping they can wrap it up. They being the mean green, they certainly can gang tackle, but they're looking to put the finishing touches on this one. Shipley on the stop.
Yeah, I like that right there. That's what you still want to make sure there is nowhere for you to run at all, and that's still being stout in that front seven down there.
Third and 13. Inside of 7 minutes. Down by 2 scores. Time could be running out for Vidlac and the crew. Poked away, a nice play. UNT's defensive backs led by Nelson and Tejada continue to make big plays.
Got to call my man. That Brian Nelson the third. I love that's what the second. That's what you Pokemon. That's what he's a Pokemon tonight, because that's great. See it, break down, break on the ball, poke it out of there, man.
Coach Capone told us he runs about as well as anybody on the team, and we saw him react about as well as anybody on the team right there. Great instincts.
My bad, Brian Nelson. I'm trying to get you a child, man. You're just the second. We don't have the third yet. I'm sorry, young fella.
We just went from calling him Trey to calling him Deuce.
Yeah.
Fair catch made by Sheffield at the 42. ESPN Plus. Well, that is the place to catch all the American Conference action this fall. ESPN Plus, of course, is the home to over 40 college football games, 200 soccer and volleyball matches, including conference championships. It is also the home to All-American. You got to see this show. It is the weekly highlight show for the American Conference and the football, airing every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. For more information and to catch all the action, sign up at espnplus.com/AAC. Mean Green faithful still here, looking to see this one through. Chandler Morris to Harris. Harris, boy, he has been running through some pretty big holes and loving the contact. Once again right there. 13-yard gain. He has been rumbling all night long. 124 yards on 6 carries.
But did you see that beautiful jump slide he just made? 6'2", 220 is real nice on his feet, man.
Now, you're in great shape right now. What was your playing weight?
225 in college, 240 in the pros. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I was bigger than this, man.
That 42 carries now makes a little more sense.
Yeah.
Harris again. Just grinding away on that Lumberjack defense.
It's hard to imagine that he's the third string running back today, because he's shown speed, he's shown elusiveness, he's shown power. He drugged that guy at least 2 yards, man. That's the way you want to finish runs. He's been impressive out there tonight.
182 rushing yards on the night for North Texas. Hammond in motion. Back to Harris. Stacked up, Bobineau leads the charge. Late flag.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 11. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Face mask on Lane Lewis. Palms to the sky. Trying to figure out exactly what happened to him. If you're Coach Colby Carthel, how you feeling right now, Doc?
You love the way your team came out here and battled and fought, and they're still battling and fought, because a lot of people thought they were going to come down here and get walked down, and he almost made it seem like we're just glad to be there. No, he knew his team was going to go out here and compete and show the toughness that he talked about. And I know he probably wants to win, but I know he feels pretty good how they've competed tonight.
Is he the bug or the windshield?
You know what, he's he hasn't been the bug tonight. They haven't just rolled over them. They've done a good job of stopping them, but not stopping them completely. So I just think this has been a nice little – it's been two windshields going. It may be a windshield of a Volkswagen and a windshield of a bus, but it's still been two windshields popping up against one another. So no bugs. No one has been smashed out here tonight because they've been playing some good football.
Yeah, it's been a high-impact situation. Both teams at different times been on the business end of this one. And 35-20 right now. The Mean Green ahead at home in their opener inside of 4 minutes. Harris pinballs his way inside the 15.
He's running that rock, man. He's still running hard, still going north and south, still getting tough yards. I would love to see him punch it in right now because he's been the workhorse since he's been called upon.
North Texas now being deliberate, working that play clock. Harris spins to the 12. So Chandler Morris right now 25 for 43, 311 yards, 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. What can he learn from tonight, Doc?
Just need to calm down and settle and don't rush, and also don't lock on receivers too much because that's what's happened a couple of times. The linebackers is looking at his eyes, and Chandler Morris is locking on not only the receiver but the position and place he wants to throw the ball to, and they just read his eyes and they've been there to pick it off.
Play fake. Wow, Hammond, great catch. And that'll take us to our 2-minute timeout. Inside of the 2-yard line, knocking on the door once again are the Mean Green. And we hit that 2-minute timeout. We will take a break from Denton, Texas. The home team and Coach Eric Morris looking pretty good right now. Here's a look at DT Sheffield. And the reason why, well, it's time for our player of the game, brought to you by Memphis Tourism, proud partner of the American Conference. 6 catches, 74 yards, 3 touchdowns. Memphis is the home of blues, soul, and rock and roll. And our boy was shaking his hips tonight.
Oh, DT did it all. He did the blues. He had Stephen F. Austin singing the blues. He rocked and rolled. We saw the rock and roll, and he showed some soul. Because after he scored, you saw the touch, you saw the dancing. He showed it all, man. That's what Memphis is known for. That's what Sheffield is known for.
Career night for him. North Texas taking a knee, and you saw earlier in this quarter and half, Stephen F. Austin burning all their timeouts. So this one right now is simply academic, inside of 90 seconds. We got a great look at North Texas tonight, Doc. What do they need to do as they get into the teeth of the American Conference schedule to continue to notch win after win?
Well, they got to continue to get familiar with one another and get some chemistry. You see Eric Morris, of course, he's not going to be happy with tonight's performance, but he has to be happy with the fact that his team played less than perfect. Quarterback made some mistakes, but they're still walking out of here with the win against a Stephen F. Austin team that's extremely tough. And if I'm the Lumberjacks, you have to look at how tough they came in here and played after having such an easy win and not even being challenged. Game 1, but still coming on the road in this environment and playing the way they play. Both teams should be encouraged, and I know Eric Morris is, and now they meet in the middle of the field. Colby Carthel is tough. He wear the boots, and Eric Morris is smooth. We got the high waters like we like to wear, man. Flashy, red dirt tough.
First 2-0 start for North Texas since 2018. And they scratched and clawed their way to this one. They trailed 17-14 in the second quarter, North Texas did. And since then, we talked about those adjustments. They have been 21-3 over Stephen F. Austin.
What did we talk about, Pete? The way that Eric Morris and North Texas is able to make adjustments at halftime. They did it again, once again tonight, came out and able to hold on to a huge win. And I know Eric Morris is exhaling deeply because his team got out with the dub. And now they are 2-0 like you just spoke, my friend.
We saw it all tonight. And the final score we're seeing right now, 35-20. North Texas 2-0. Stephen F. Austin 1-1. An FCS opponent coming to Denton, giving them just about everything they had, Doc.
Indeed, you know, great game, great competition. Of course, we still want to send our prayers out to Jawan Price. Hope he's okay. But this was a nice competitive football game, long football game, very physical football game. So it's been fun with you, man. I've enjoyed it because football is the best sport on earth with an F.
Great experience tonight from Denton, from my main man Doc Holliday and our entire crew here from North Texas. You've been watching The American on ESPN. Next week for North Texas, they go to Texas Tech. Right now, we're going to go to dark. Have a great night.